How many times have you ever seen a story or a clip where it just tugs on your emotions, manipulates your reaction to something, but then you find out later it left out a lot of details and a lot of extra stuff that pertains to that story? Well, in our latest episode of the Dan and Cam podcast, we're talking about one we used to get in church all the time. And it was the story of a man who was a bridge operator or something like that, ran tracks on a train, and he brought his kid to work one day with him. And his kid was out playing while he's going, and the gentleman noticed that here comes a train with a bunch of passengers on it. It was a full train of passengers. And he realized that he had to realign the track or put the bridge down or whatever it was. And that when he started to look and go do that, he noticed his kid was underneath the bridge or in the middle of the tracks, and that his kid was going to be harmed, unalived, if you will, if he completed his job. So he had to make a split decision because he didn't have time to run out and save his child and then redo the track. So he had to decide, was it going to be his kid or all the people on that train? So he sacrificed his child. Now, it's supposed to be an image of God and his choice, that what he did for us. But as Katie and I talk about in the episode, they forgot a lot of details in that story. They forgot to tell us that this train operator, this track conductor or whatever he is, created this whole problem. He's the one that built the track. He's the one that set the train on in motion, and he's the one that brought his son to work that day, knowing that his son liked to play on the tracks. He didn't tell us that all these people deserved to go and fall off the edge of the bridge because they were all criminals. They all broke the law. It was a criminal train, a prisoner train moving across. They were all condemned to a life sentence and all this stuff. And it just shows how much is left out and doesn't really align with the story. And it's just a manipulative little story to pull on us, especially because I remember hearing it as I was a young father with young children, talking about just hearing that and playing on me on, could I even do that? Oh, God's so great to be able to do that. I don't think I could be able to do that. I'd do anything to save my child, no matter the harm it would cause anyone else. It would manipulate me and cause feelings in me. And that's what the plan of that story was. But it left out so many of the other details. The main one being, this guy created the whole problem himself to make him seem like a superhero at the end that sacrificed the ultimate thing so he could get all the praise in the world put upon himself. When you add the story, you get a true picture of what the Christian God is.